Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bold Hairspring. Ivan here. What I have for you today is an AliExpress watch that's been sent to me for a review, and I don't have to send it back, but don't worry, that's not going to influence my opinion about it in any way. So this is the Cadisen C8193, but it is better known as Cadisen Oak because it's, well, obviously an homage of the AP Royal Oak. I've had it on my wrist for 7 days straight prior to the review, and guys, I think that although not perfect, this might be one of the best watches that you can buy for €100 on AliExpress. This model can be bought from the Cadisen official store on AliExpress. I'll leave the link in the description below in case you want to check it out. At the moment of recording this video, the price is €103, but you can get like €4 off through AliExpress coupons, plus Cadisen promised they will provide me with a discount code that you will be able to use at checkout. As soon as they do that, I'll also add it in the description. That being said, there are 5 colors and dial configurations to choose from. All look very nice, but my choice is definitely the model I'm showing you today, simply because I really like the grey textured dial, and we'll have a closer look at it in a few moments. The delivery to Spain took about 10 days, and I received the watch safely packed in this simple compact box. Besides the watch, you get a Cadisen branded cleaning cloth, a user manual, a warranty card, and a couple of tools to help you with resizing the bracelet. Now let's jump into the review, and as always, let me start by walking you through the dimensions first. You know how I often show you bigger watches that wear smaller? Well, exactly the opposite is happening here. The case diameter is 42mm, but the polygonal fixed bezel and the angular case shape design make this Cadisen look and wear a bit bigger. The thickness is just 12.5mm and the lug-to-lug is about 48mm, however the end links are fixed. They do not articulate, so if you take them into account and measure the inner distance between them, you get 52mm. To put that into perspective, here is the watch on my 17cm or 6.7 inch wrist, looking pretty good in my opinion. It has a lot of wrist presence due to how the bracelet reflects the light, and of course the design also plays a big role in this regard. Once again, I've been wearing this watch for a week now, and I'm quite happy with the overall comfort and wearability, and as long as your wrist is at least 16cm in circumference, then you should be alright as well. As far as the build quality is concerned, I'm actually quite impressed. The watch feels solid and well put together. The case and the bracelet are made of 316L steel, the crystal is flat sapphire, and the water resistance is rated at 100 meters. I haven't tested the watch in water yet, but it will probably be good for swimming thanks to the signed screw-down crown and case back. I also noticed that there is a rubber gasket on the crown tube, which should give you some peace of mind at the moment of getting this watch wet. When it comes to the finishing, I have no complaints. The watch is mostly vertically brushed with a few high polished accents on the bezel and the case. The brushing is quite consistent throughout the whole watch, only the sides of the case are deliberately more roughly finished, and I actually like that. The bracelet is not bad either, it's completely brushed and all links are solid. As you can see guys, the links are rounded on the inside, and that's why the watch is more comfortable than what I expected. Resizing the bracelet is very easy because of the use of split pins, however there are no half links and the butterfly clasp doesn't allow any sort of micro adjustments. For that reason, getting a perfect fit is not always possible. In fact, I'm wearing this watch a bit loose because if I remove one more link, then it becomes a little bit too tight. To me, that's not really a deal breaker, but it would be definitely nice if Cadisen adds half links to the bracelet with the next iteration of this model. The next thing I would like to talk about is the dial, which I'm sure is the main reason why many of you are watching this video right now, and I can tell you that it looks really nice in person. It's a very nice shade of grey and it has a meteorite-like texture. Obviously it's just painted, this is not real meteorite. I mean, after all, this watch costs just €100, but nevertheless it is very nicely executed. Then the printing of Cadisen in automatic 100 meters is very sharp, but the latter is a little bit too small to read with the naked eye. At 3 o'clock there is a date window with a white date wheel. It's well integrated and it doesn't mess up too much with the overall symmetry of the dial. Finally, the hour markers and the handset are well finished. Everything is perfectly aligned and I can't see any imperfections here. They're also filled with green luminescence, which is actually decent. It's fairly bright and it seems to last a few hours before it fades away completely. For comparison, here is my Orient Kamasu, which has excellent lume, and as you can see it is brighter, but the Cadisen doesn't look bad at all next to it. Now let's turn the watch around and have a look at the movement. It's a Seiko NH35A and it's such a common movement among microbrands and AliExpress watches that I'm sure you know the specs better than I do. 24 joules, 6 beats per second, a power reserve of 42 hours and a decent accuracy, -20 to +4 seconds per day. On top of that, it's reliable and if it ever breaks, it is cheaper to replace it than to repair it. I've had at least 10 watches with an NH35 inside and it's never caused me any trouble, so I'm perfectly fine with it. Alright guys, this is about all I have to say about this watch. It's actually the second Cadisen I've ever owned. In fact, I still own the first one, which is this dress watch with a tiny diamond on the dial. My wife tends to wear it, but occasionally I would as well. I reviewed it a while ago, so feel free to watch that video if you have missed it. It comes with a higher beat Miura 9015 and it's a great value proposition just like this one. Anyways, my final words are that for €100 this value oak, as I call it, is very difficult to beat, especially if you're looking for something with a similar design. My biggest complaint is that the bracelet has no half links. Other than that, it really is a great looking piece. Yes, it's an homage, but it's a well-made one. Of course, feel free to let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, subscribe if you haven't. Take care guys, I'll see you in the next one.